What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to answer the question: can the New Orleans Pelicans, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Sacramento Kings make it to the play-in tournament this 2022 season? Let's get into it.
So the New Orleans Pelicans finished last season 31-41 and were 11th in the Western Conference. They didn't quite make the play-in tournament last season, but do you see them making it to the play-in tournament this season?
I want to say yes, considering the teams that they will be up against when vying for the 10th spot in the play-in tournament. I believe they can make the 10th spot. If you think about it, they were like right behind the Spurs in the 2021 season. So had Zion Williamson not been injured, perhaps Brandon Ingram, if he wasn't injured, there may have been, again, may have been an opportunity for them to at least make the 10th spot. I just know with the New Orleans Pelicans being in the play-in tournament, it will make it a lot more exciting. So they got to make it. Come on.
Yeah, this is their year. I actually do not have them in the play-in tournament. However, it's still their year to make some improvements because they were just 2 games behind the San Antonio Spurs last season for the play-in tournament. And we talked about having to see the Spurs versus the Pelicans, like you said, would have been way more interesting. But I do think they will be very competitive this season, but I don't think they'll make the play-in tournament.
I think I say yes, because if you think about the teams that they'll be up against, when we're talking about the 10th spot of the play-in tournament, 9-10 spot. No, I don't believe the Pelicans will make the 7th and 8th spot of the play-in tournament. I don't think that. But I can most definitely see them vying for the 9th and 10th spot. And I'm talking about teams like the Rockets, teams like the Timberwolves, teams like the Kings, teams like OKC. Let's just really think about it. And the Spurs, for that matter. And we're talking about the Spurs without DeMar DeRozan, without Patty Mills, right? So that roster changed some as well. And I'm not saying that their roster is any better than the Pelicans. I just know that the Pelicans added some pieces that I think would be more beneficial to them, at least making the 10th spot than the Spurs and any other team I just mentioned for this upcoming season. If you think about it, the success of the Pelicans is going to be rested on the health of Zion Williamson. That's the bottom line. And now that they've traded Lonzo Ball and acquired Devontae Graham, maybe we'll see some different type, because, maybe we'll see a different type of playmaking that maybe they need to help support Zion and Brandon. I just don't know. So,
Well, I think Devontae is definitely set for a breakout season, because if you think about it, he kind of was in and out of the starting lineup with the Charlotte Hornets. Now that he's in New Orleans, I think this is his time to really show us what he's capable of, because we saw little glimpses of that, of him in Charlotte. So NAW, I mean, all he needed was an opportunity. With Eric Bledsoe and Lonzo Ball both gone from the backcourt, this is his time. So I do think they will definitely be much better than they were last season.
I think so too. And also, Devontae Graham, at one point in his career with the Hornets, he actually did start. But it's unfortunate that, once Ball came, and then of course they had to, make time for Rozier and that whole, development of what their play is supposed to be. It kind of put him on the back burner. I think now, if he wanted to maybe make a name for himself, or to really showcase his abilities that he somewhat showcased when he's with the Hornets, with the New Orleans Pelicans, he'll be able to do that this season for sure. And maybe that's what he needs. Again, nobody wants to be waiting in the wing when they know they have the skills to almost maybe be better than those that are playing right now. But again, they don't have the name, they don't have the push. And so they kind of get placed in the back. So I'm glad that he's now on this roster with the New Orleans Pelicans that will give him the opportunity to showcase his skills more frequently than he was able to do with the Hornets.
Now, the Jonas Valanciunas pickup, I mean, that was remarkable. They were able to get him for Steven Adams. I mean, the Pelicans won that trade.
You think so?
Yeah. Steven Adams for Jonas? I'll take Jonas any day, all day over Steven Adams.
I wonder why the Memphis Grizzlies give up Valanciunas. It's really weird for Steven Adams, but New Orleans Pelicans won. They acquired that, and I think, and we're talking about age alone. It's interesting.
But yeah. So Zion Williamson, he was kind of injury plagued last season. He played 61 games, but even with that, he still led the team in points, rebounds. I mean, 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. I mean, we can get that if he can just stay neutral, and still average that. I think that would be great for the Pelicans.
But think about it. If he stays neutral, Brandon Ingram, he's no scrub either.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have you still got Kira Lewis on the squad,
Yeah.
right? You have Nikhil still there. Then you add Devontae Graham, Josh Hart. I mean, there is still some players on that squad that if they can just remain healthy, remain consistent, and really connect with their new coach, Willie Green, and see what he has to bring, I think it can be something to look forward to. And maybe that's what the New Orleans, maybe what this young squad needed, and perhaps Willie Green can bring what the young squad needed, as opposed to what Van Gundy was not able to.
Oh, yeah. Van Gundy wasn't the right guy. Van Gundy wasn't the right guy. Now, the Pelicans won 50% of their games on the season last season. That tells you that they're a very young team, kind of inexperienced for the most part. If they can just, if they can just win more home games, because if you think about it, they average 114 points per game, which was 5th in the Western Conference. So they're scoring the basketball. It's just, they just need that extra piece. And I think having Devontae at point, bringing all the young guys with them, and then a solid force in the middle with Jonas, I think that'll do it.
I think so. That's why my response is yes, they can make it to the play-in tournament, provided it may be the 10th spot. But I think they can still make it based on the teams that they'll be up against. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the New Orleans Pelicans bring this upcoming season. And I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have them making it because there will be a transition period for Coach Willie Green Jr. The Pelicans have been through a lot in the last 3 years, 3 coaches, 3 years, Zion in and out, BI in and out. So I do not have them making a play-in tournament, but they will be competitive and it will be close.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. We'll see.
All right. Let's talk about these Minnesota Timberwolves. They finished last season 23-49 and were 13th in the Western Conference. Do you see them making a play-in tournament?
No.
Oh.
No. Unfortunately, the Timberwolves record is real. It's abysmal. Can I just say that?
Yes.
And it's really bad considering that they haven't made the playoffs they only made the playoffs once in 17 seasons. Once. And that was only off of the back of Jimmy Butler in 2018 in the last 17 seasons. So,
and Coach Tibbs,
So my point is, what is it really about this roster that's going to be any different than what they've done previously?
Well, let's look at the roster. Okay. You got D'Lo at point guard.
Yay.
He's not a slouch.
He's not, and he was injured late last season. So we'll see. Because I think that was his first season with the Timberwolves. Last season was his first season.
Okay.
I want to say it was because previously he was with the Golden State Warriors and they traded him and acquired someone else. But I don't remember that off the top of my head. But, he didn't complete the entire season. So let's see what D'Lo brings. But
okay. Malik Beasley.
Nice.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards, the runner-up for the 2021 NBA Rookie of the Year.
No, you can't do it by yourself. Go ahead.
Okay. Jaden Daniels. But Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, come on.
He is a stud.
First round draft pick. Yeah. Round 1, pick 1. Yes. So why isn't his stock, if you will, like Anthony Davis's? I don't.
You know why? He's playing in Minnesota. Those small markets. Cat is a great basketball player. He's just not getting the recognition.
So he's wasting his talent in Minnesota.
I was going to say he might want to reconsider, signing another long-term deal there because right now he's being overlooked and he is, he's a top scorer there. Played 50 games, averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists in a season where he endured lots of loss.
That's what I'm talking about. And they still can't seem to get over it. Like over the hump, they still can't seem to move forward. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not saying he needs to do a Nets or Lakers trade, run. No, but maybe just even if it's another small market that has notoriety, may even be a benefit to him. But Talent wasted.
Yeah, unfortunately, and Coach Chris Finch, I don't know if he's the one that's going to pull out the talent on the roster because it's just not Cat and D'Lo. You got to figure
No.
out how to get the most from Patrick Beverley, who came in during the offseason. Patrick Beverley has not missed the playoffs. Zero. He missed it 0 times in his whole career. And he says that the Timberwolves are going back to the playoffs because he doesn't want to ruin his streak.
Patrick Beverley is a good pickup for the Timberwolves for 2 reasons. Number one, he has experience in the postseason and knowing what it takes to get there. And also his veteran leadership. They may need that. And honestly, Patrick Beverley for me is really a great player to have on the roster without the antics. If we can just remove those antics from his persona, I think that he could be someone that could be on the lines or a little bit below what you expect from a Chris Paul, what you expect from a Rondo. I'm just saying, but he comes with the extras that sometimes overshadow what he could potentially bring to young players, right? Let's not forget he's been in the league for a while, right? So he understands, he's experienced the process to make it and to get to the postseason. Why can't he help add that skill, that experience to the Timberwolves, which may be their switch that can at least get them to the 10th spot, maybe even at least, right? But 17 seasons and only one of those times you made it.
Yeah, I don't have them making it to the play-in tournament with or without Patrick Beverley. So the Timberwolves got rid of Ricky Rubio, sent him off to Cleveland. They have a lot of drama in their front office, fired their vice president of basketball operations. There's just too much going on with the Timberwolves right now.
Yeah, I agree. And whether we realize it or not, that dissension in their organization will have an impact on their overall production, one way or the other, when it comes to their time in the regular season and what that looks like if they even make it to the interim postseason, which I'm calling the playing tournament. But I do believe that's going to be an issue for them. What's unfortunate, but can they hire Kevin Garnett? Do he need to come back?
What to do? What?
To maybe do some player development, maybe do an assistant coaching. I mean, because they were good when he was on the roster, but that was like early 2000s. So, maybe how to play in Minnesota. I just don't know. I just think they need a lifeline. And right now they won't have it because now they have to, figure out what they're going to do in their front office and whatever drama that ensued. And now they have to try to, and then I also saw a headline where the Timberwolves are actually looking to acquire Ben Simmons.
Oh my God. Ben is not going to Minnesota.
No, it's it. Ben Simmons said, yeah, I saw that.
I hope he doesn't land there. But that will bring some notoriety and some extra cameras to the arena.
It may actually make them be the maybe have more nationally televised games come the second half of the season.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ben, where you gonna be?
So my final verdict on the Timberwolves is I don't have them going to the play-in tournament.
I don't either. And it has to do something. That has to eventually impact the confidence of the young squad. It has to, especially when you have a player like Cat who needs more.
Yeah, he needs more. But that confidence level will come from Patrick Beverley. I will give him that. He will make sure those guys are locked in and ready to play every single night if he's available himself.
Because right now he's listed as out.
Yeah. See, Sacramento Kings finished last season 31-41, were 12th in the Western Conference with Luke Walton. Do you see them making a switch and making it to the play-in tournament this season?
Maybe. I say maybe. I'm leaning more towards no because of their coach, Luke Walton. I'm just going to be honest. But I am a yes because of their rookie pickup in Davion Mitchell. And if you saw him play in a summer league, you should be excited. So, and I know that De'Aaron Fox is still a stud. So it's just, I'm a maybe. How about you?
Okay. I actually have them in the play-in tournament at the 10th spot.
Okay.
Yes, they will get the last seeding to make it to the play-in, and I'm so excited for them. The problem that I see though is Davion. I'm excited to see him too, but right now he's third string point guard.
It won't be for long.
Okay, so where's the mix up? Tyrese Haliburton?
I'm wondering if he should be scared. I'm not playing. I'm not. I was. Should Tyrese Haliburton be scared? Not in the sense that I just see them competing. I don't know. Now, yeah. I'm thinking about what that looks like. I am curious to see which one of them will still be perhaps coming off the bench. I'm, part of the second string, but who will be coming off first? That is,
Ooh, but see, Davion brings different things than Tyrese.
Yes,
Tyrese can, score the basketball really well. That's great. Davion hit you on defense, though. Maybe it depends on what the needs are at that time.
Which is really beneficial to the Kings in the long run, if you think about it, because they have those two players, Tyrese Haliburton and Davion Mitchell, on their roster. The switch up that they can do, depending on where their needs are at the time the games are being played, the games are going, could actually shake up a scheme that the opposing team may have. So it could actually be to their benefit. But I just know I'm glad that they do bring something different. But I thought about what that looks like for the both of them and how do they really feel about it. Sweet.
Yeah. And that's for Coach Luke Walton to figure out his rotation. So Buddy Hield was kind of in trade talks. Looks like they're pretty much stuck with him. I mean, he's a great player. I don't mind being stuck with him in Sacramento, but the fact that he was even in trade talks and he's a sniper from three ball, like, what does that do to Buddy Hield's confidence going into the following season?
Hopefully nothing, because if he's going to still remain, what he does want to do is bring down his stock. So even if he does feel a certain way about his name being in trade talks, I hope that doesn't show up on the court, because I'm still need for his production to be either where it was in the past or even improved. Because you don't want to be in a situation where all of a sudden you're so disgruntled where all of a sudden your stock goes down. You cannot do what James Harden did, people. Ben Simmons, you just can't do it. So let's stop. Yes, matter of fact, I'm quite sure all players' names become trade talks. They just maybe don't make it to the national news. But if you know the game, there's no loyalty.
None.
So, Buddy Hield, show up, keep your stock up, because if you are traded, you want to make sure you get the top dollar and you go to the right team. Don't do that. Please show up to training camp.
I know. Okay, so Harrison Barnes, he's kind of like, an older player. I think the small forward position is a big gap there in the lineup. I mean, between him and Maurice Harkless, there could be a problem at small forward. But Marvin Bagley III, he was the first pick overall once upon a time. Very injury prone. What's going on with him?
We hope he can make it through the season. Being first pick overall is only a great claim to your name when you can show up. Because then it becomes like, should I even mention it? Do I need to say it first pick overall? Maybe I shouldn't. No, don't put that to my name. But if you like, what? Even Cat was first pick overall, but he got put in Minnesota. Like, I don't know. Zion Williamson was the first pick overall, and so is the first pick overall the best place to be? I just don't know.
I know. And poor Marvin, I mean, he's had a foot injury, a hand injury, a thumb injury. He's been out a whole season before. I mean, like, oh my God, this was only 2018 when he was selected, and he's missed a ton of games.
I know. Hopefully this year is his year to now, have a healthy season so he can get back into the game and, make a name for himself. I hate to see, young players come into the league and, have all these high expectations on them and then injuries plague them. That's just horrible, and then they get stuck and then, you have the next round draft picks coming up and you get pushed back further and you got the next round. And before you know it, you'll be playing, internationally, which I guess is okay. That's gonna get you a check, but I know that's not what you came into the league for,
Right. And then, it's really difficult when you come into the league ahead of Luka Doncic. I mean, Trae Young. I mean, Colin Sexton, all those guys, you came in, Mikal Bridges, you came in before them, and now all of them are outplaying you.
Because you were plagued with injuries. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So then the process to get back in the main discussion is going to be hard.
Oh, it's going to be very difficult. Now, Rashawn Holmes at center, I really like him. He doesn't get the respect that he's due. I really like him at the center spot. And then Tristan Thompson backs him up. That's their veteran leadership. They're going to be okay this season.
I think so. Okay. I'm not mad at the Sacramento Kings. Again, I said it's a maybe for me. If they happen to make it to the play-in tournament, they need it.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke Walton needs it too, because I can understand. How many more seasons?
Come on now. Luke Walton played in NBA for 10 years. He's a 2-time NBA champion. I know we ride Luke Walton pretty. Oh, the tiny violin.
Come on.
He was an assistant coach for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he was a head coach of the Lakers. And now he's with the Kings. Let's not discount Luke Walton.
Okay. That's great. It's really great to have a name, and be able to give the graces that other coaches and other franchises are just not giving.
Now that is true.
I say reap the benefits of it.
Uh-huh. Well, one thing that Luke Walton did, which I really like, is he brought on Doug Christie to be his assistant coach. Now, Doug was a staple in the league for many years, very gritty guard. I like him. Now that the Sacramento Kings are guard heavy, it's really nice to have Doug Christie on the coaching staff to help with that.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad he saw a gap somewhere and he was able to fill it. That's what leadership does. You find a gap in your operation and you fill it with somebody, so that's good. We'll see. Okay. But I'm here for the Kings. I really hope that they do have a better season than they've had in the past, because they need
it. All right, cool. I have them going to the play-in tournament.
Okay. They'll make it just like any other team that's going to make it in the 10th spot. They will be up against the Spurs. They'll be up against the Timberwolves. They'll be up against the Pelicans when we're talking about the 10th spot. Now, I'm not saying 7, 8. I'm not even saying 9, and that's barely, but at least the 10th spot. I think those few teams will be the teams that will be strongly competing to get there. And I can't wait to see, who actually gets the spot.
Okay. So those teams you see at 10, but obviously the 7, 8, 9, they're going to be much better teams. Absolutely. So do you see the Kings getting out of the play-in tournament? Should they make it?
No.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
No. I don't see the Kings making it out of the play-in tournament if they were to make it. No.
Okay. So you're a maybe and a no.
I'm a maybe, which is yes and no.
All right, cool. So I have them making it to the play-in tournament, but I do not see them making it out at all.
No. So what about the Pelicans? You have them not making it to the play-in tournament?
The Pelicans are going to be really close, but they're going to probably finish by 11th, 12th in the Western Conference.
Okay. And the Timberwolves will be nowhere.
Nah, the Timberwolves, they're not ready. I think they're going to have a repeat season.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately.
Okay. There you have it, people.
All right, you guys, we're going to wrap up this episode. Make sure you drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think about this. And we will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace,
y'all.